Wow, look what came in the mail yesterday. Protecting Florida water, it's just common sense. Well, I certainly agree with that. Perhaps I should indeed call my senator and tell them to vote yes on common sense water protections for Big Sugar. I'm Gil Smart with Vote Water, and this one's pretty nefarious, but also a bit pathetic and laughable. An outfit called the State Government Leadership Foundation paid for these mailers, which dropped around the state this week. They're designed to get those of us who haven't been paying attention to support the provisions of Senate Bill 2508, the dark of night Big Sugar water supply bill, rammed through the Senate last week and now part of the state budget negotiations. What's sad and pathetic about this is the sponsor of Senate Bill 2508, Senator Ben Albritton, has repeatedly complained that people are, quote, misinformed about the bill. And you know what? He's right, because if you read this flyer, you're certainly going to be misinformed. Let's call it fake news, and check the image in the corner. Our friends at Captains for Clean Water have helpfully corrected all the errors in this, because the entire thing is wrong. Check it out. 4 bullet points here. Number 1, protects water quality for all Floridians. Well, no, by favoring Big Sugar and water supply interests around Lake Okeechobee over all other stakeholders, the bill actually increases the chance of harmful discharges to the coast and another algae crisis. How about number 2? Keeps our Everglades protected. Actually, the bill would guarantee that water supply to the Everglades gets cut off prematurely so Big Sugar can have all the water in that lake it wants for irrigation. Number 3, accountability for water management. This bill is actually an attempt to intimidate the South Florida Water Management District, basically telling them, look, you'll fall in line with what Big Sugar wants or you won't get money for Everglades restoration projects. And then there's the last one, preserves local water rights. And now we get to the heart of the issue. Yes, this would indeed preserve the rights, or you might say the privilege, of Big Sugar. That, in fact, is what this bill is all about. So obviously this comes from Big Sugar, this comes from its friends in the legislature, but as noted, it was paid for by the State Government Leadership Foundation. Who were they? Well, they're based out of Washington, D.C., and they're a 501c4, quote, dark money group, meaning they don't have to disclose who their donors are. But a 2013 investigation by ProPublica found they were founded around 2003 with seed money from some of the nation's biggest corporations, including Exxon, Pfizer, Time Warner, and others. In 2012, according to ProPublica, the organization helped Republicans gerrymander the North Carolina legislature. More recently, the group spent more than $2 million backing Republican House and Senate candidates in Georgia last year, and it paid for internet ads for the expansion of Florida's, quote, right to farm law passed last year, which shielded Big Sugar from lawsuits over particle emissions that occur when the sugar fields are burned prior to harvest, blanketing poorer communities around Lake Okeechobee with ash and soot. So the State Government Leadership Foundation is obviously a friend to Big Sugar. Is Big Sugar a donor to the organization? Well, we don't know. That's not listed anywhere, but rest assured, we're trying to find out. But think about this. The people behind this bill, 2508, must be a little nervous calling their friends in D.C. to come help out. Good. And you can keep the pressure up by taking the advice on this flyer and calling your legislator, calling your senator to say, yes, you favor common sense water protections, but Senate Bill 2508 ain't it. So they need to vote against it. After all, that's only common sense.